And we are back. So we got an update from the teams. They were almost done with the pro draft. So let's look. We talked a little bit here while we're on the break about what to expect from these teams coming into game 2, and we figure that it's really hard to know what purple is supposed to ban here, really. Other than the Shaco, there is it's really hard to find what is it they have to ban out.
I think that orange is one of the picks that they should ban if they are not the blue side. But I think that
yeah, because Team Purple does have blue side here, so they do get first pick.
I'm expecting an Ornn or Sion from them. Okay.
Yeah, because keep in mind that Cedric is really good with these engage supports, even though he played the Alistar playing more disengage here. His Leona was really, really scary, and he apparently has a really good Nautilus as well.
I mean, in the first game of the tournament, they just stomped the other bot lane with Lane Kingdom, Leno, and Jhin.
Yeah.
They were so overforced, and actually it was terrible to watch it. It was kind of bad. I'm expecting the same thing actually, but what I expect from Cedric this game is to, roaming actually. That's what I expect pretty much, because he's staying in the lane.
Caitlyn is perfectly fine sitting alone in the lane. She has so much range, and she has a lot of safety with the little cupcake traps as well. So you can leave her alone in lane, and she will still do fine. And then you can try to create plays in other parts of the map.
I mean, what do I expect from Purple this game, actually, to be honest? I want them to create a good bot lane duo, because they lost it so hard last game, and they might go to something more comfortable there with maybe Senna, I don't know, and another peeling champion. I mean, if Morgana is open, they can go Morgana anytime.
Yeah, I mean, Kali has a lot of games on the Jhin as well. It was banned out last game. Maybe it's not banned out, or if it's banned in the second rotation, don't let it go to the second rotation. Pick your ADC while you still can. We're not sure entirely how the draft went down, but last time we saw a lot of AD carry ban. And yeah, I don't know. I just if you decide to ban out all of the ADCs, make sure Caitlyn is on that list as well, because she is one of the better ADCs. There is no point in target banning ADCs if you leave Caitlyn open.
There's 3 ADCs in the game currently, and they banned all of it, except Caitlyn, one of the most stronger one.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Yeah, no, I think that was just an honest mistake from their part. But now we're going into Champions League, so we will see exactly what's going down. And yeah, so from Team Purple, we do have the instant Shaco ban as well as the Leona ban. Then they are also banning the Hecarim here away from Flip It. And first pick Ornn. Yeah, like you said. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And that's a counter to Ornn specifically, so yeah.
I want to talk about this actually, because when we scrim with the Team Black, they actually picked up Poppy against our Ornn, and it was a so bad matchup for them. So let's see how it's gonna, I mean, for Team us. So let's see how it's gonna go.
Yeah, no, Poppy is a really hard counter pick to Ornn, because she does decently well in lane against him trading-wise, and then she also completely shuts down both his dash and his ultimate by using her stand aside, or whatever it's called. The little circle thing around her.
I mean, Volibear Lilia matchup is fair, but Volibear wins the early game so hard.
Yeah, no, Volibear is really strong early game, so hopefully with the... I mean, Orianna should have mid push early on, so maybe they can make some use out of that. To let Volibear really invade and punish Lilia, because Lilia doesn't have the best early game. She takes some time to scale up. I
think that Team Purple is gonna try to win early game, then lead to late game with that, because Orianna is scaling pretty well. With Volibear, the power of early game.
Okay, and so we see here on Purple side, they actually end up banning both the Fiddles and the Evelynn as well, which is why we flip it on the Lilia. Because they banned out, they did 4 jungle bans to him.
I mean, all of the junglers he played in this tournament is now banned, so he had to try something different.
I mean, out of those, I feel like maybe the Hecarim is the easiest one to contain, but also Hecarim is fairly strong right now, so...
Yeah, I mean, about Hecarim, he is a good mid-game. He's losing off late. I mean, he's not that strong in the late game, though, but in the mid-game, he's a king, so it's a pick that you should keep eye on.
Yeah, and I mean, you mentioned about you wanted to see a stronger bot lane. How do you feel about this? Ashe and Lulu into the Senna Alistar.
I mean,
Does it-
they're going the same thing again. They're going scaling bot lane with peeling supports, and while the other team has push in the bot lane again.
Mm.
So maybe this time we can see what the Team Purple didn't do last game and let Lilia take the resources from River and enemy jungle with Alistar. They might be their plan for this
They
game.
switch sides black.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, no, because here, I mean, we have with both Ashe and Senna being more scaling oriented, maybe we have a more even matchup in the bot lane. It's not going to be as much of a stomp here.
Yeah, it's more fair compared to last game. And but I think that the range advantage of Senna works pretty well in this matchup. So let's see how it's gonna go.
She doesn't have that much range early on, does she, to outrange Ashe? Because Ashe has decent range, right?
I think so, but there is a little bit advantage, and I believe that Cranium is a AD carry that could use that since what we see from this tournament. But the biggest question mark this game is Alistar. They are keeping the Alistar so important. They're always playing it, but
Yeah.
are they gonna use the Alistar in lane this time? That's the question. Or in the roaming. Because what I see in the Team Purple, they have a Volibear. And he can invade early ganks, abusing every lane if he can. Ganks again. Let's see what's gonna happen if they can answer that.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, Senna does outrange Ashe. No, actually, Senna and Ashe has the same range at level 1, but Senna will get more range as she picks up souls. But at level 1, they have the same base range.
Laning is gonna be fair then.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you could say that this actually works in Senna's favor still, because Ashe generally likes to, like, the way she lanes is that she does go in for these attacks as the enemy tries up to CS, because she often relies on outranging her enemy in the laning phase, actually. And not being able to do that against the scaling Senna might make it hard.
I mean, Senna is scaling way better compared to Ashe. And she is a utility AD carry, which means that she can help. And she has a global ult that we shouldn't forget. Any play that Team Purple tries on the map, they could answer it. Let's see how it's gonna end.
Yeah, because that's the thing, being a more supportive AD carry. I mean, of course, I feel like Cranium, the way we've seen him play before, he's still gonna go balls to the walls and really push any advantage he can find. But this being a scaling ADC, that does put more pressure on We Flip It to really make use of this Lilia as one of the main carries.
I mean, Lily is a good champion. She's a good overall champion, to be honest. She does everything: damage, tanking, CC.
Yeah, but I feel like she's fairly hard to execute on.
The thing is, if you're gonna use Lilia, you need lane priors. And this game, I don't know. I mean, it's better than the last game, but let's see how Lilia is gonna work.
I think Ornn pushes faster than Poppy. But I mean, in the bot lane, it should be also slight favor push in terms of for Ashe. But so we'll see if Lilia can do much in the very early stages. Because they might be lacking a bit in early priority, as you said. And with that, we will see you once we get back into the game. And we are back in the game. Let's see what happens here. This is game 2 of our best of 3 finals. with Team Black taking the lead and thus playing at match point. So we'll see if Team Purple can even it out this series 1-1, or if Team Black will take home the trophy for this tournament. And yeah, right now it seems both teams are doing a fairly standard start-ish.
They're just covering, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Team Purple was expecting something because they were grouped in the bush of their
Yeah.
own jungle.
Yeah, they did a defensive grouping to try and prevent or answer an invade.
Actually, I think that the reason why they did that because of the Lilia. Most of the Lilia players wants to take the enemy raptors whenever you're in the red side.
That's a good point.
They might want to prevent it. So let's see.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And also, we saw Normie placing down a ward on the red side raptor camp, so when Lilia goes to take her raptors, they will spot her out. They will know when she does it. Meanwhile, yeah, Blue Psyduck got a nice ward in the topside river to make sure that when Fengi gets up there, he will not have an easy time ganking. Because he's starting bot side and will be moving up towards the top lane.
It's a very good ward, by the way. He just prevents everything Volibear wants to do. It's actually uncommon to Volibear clear raptors in this stage of the game. You usually want to go red to blue side and full clear to ganks. But
yeah, no, because with the early pressure you want to gank early, and also you take a lot of damage from the raptors, so...
Yeah, with Meshity you don't have that much RE damage.
Oh,
even
and here Ryze are taking so much damage early on.
That's what we talk about. Bad matchup for Ornn.
Yeah, to be fair, there was also the Corrupting Potion running on Blue Psyduck, while Ryzar hasn't been able to upgrade his items yet, because he buys the Doran's shield in lane, so now that he has a shield, it's gonna be a bit easier for him, but he's still gonna have a hard time in those trades. And we flipped, not really getting the double camp.
I mean, to be honest, probably he's doing it for the... Oh, what?
Oh, wow, it looks like Blue Psyduck took a few turret shots based on where the corpse was lying. So that's a surprising turn. Maybe that will help out Ryzar in an otherwise really tough lane.
Oh, there's the
Meanwhile, all in on the bot lane. Fengi with the Volibear going in, will pick up the kill. Blue Psyduck teleporting in though, mashing him across the wall. Looks like Fengi might be going down in return. But Kali flashes after one more auto attack on the Alistar. The knockup. The Alistar, the potions are ticking. He is not going down. And in the end, Blue Psyduck slinks out with a little bit of HP after killing Kali under the tower.
Oh no.
That was such a mess.
And Fake is gonna lose his camps from topside probably. And let's see if he's gonna walk through there.
Yeah, so in the Fengi does lose his camps and buff in the top side, and kill-wise, we have Blue Psyduck picking up the kills, actually. So it's top advantage there, while Cranium and Cedric both has to do with the assists and the death. So in that case, I think bot lane is looking really good for Team Purple right now.
Yeah, actually,
But it's gonna be a hard time for Fengi in the jungle without his camps. And that's a really sneaky back from We Flip It in the tri-bush. Does not get spotted out.
That's definitely not what you want from Volibear.
Yeah.
You can't lose these camps this early in this game.
Yeah, no, because you rely on your early game power to prevent Lilia from outscaling you, and now she's up twice your CS.
Yeah, and that's so bad in jungle. There's
really,
so much XP difference, there's so much gold difference. And actually, we see We Flip It goes for the Dark Seal, which is interesting in this... Well, okay,
I mean, it helps him with the sustain early on, because he does have the refillable potion.
Yeah,
so he gets a lot of value out of it, and if he manages to pick up some kills, he can get the extra AP as well. I don't expect to see a Medjais, but if he starts popping off, it's a possibility. And Kali is caught out and very much dead. That's a CC chain from the Senna and Alistar.
That's what happens when you're out of position and your Lulu don't have W.
Yeah.
Interesting item choice by Kelly, actually. She goes straight for the executioners.
I mean, Alistar and Senna both have a lot of healing coming in there, so I think that's a pretty good pickup. On
But
the other hand,
it's
I
early.
feel like in this matchup, maybe you do want the cleanse, because there's Shockwave dealing a lot of damage, but Normie doesn't have the mana to follow it up and finish off the kill. Rysar flash in, holds on to, and holding on to the dash there until the barrier has fallen off to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. And now Fengi is coming down here, but the fight is being split up and no one is dying yet. It takes a lot of time before Cranium falls down, and Maya the Miner has teleported in, and Kali might just be dead here. Never mind. Polymorph saves Kali's life. Instead, it is chicken noodle soup that goes down in the end, but overall a very favorable trade for Team Purple, and they will be moving on to the Dragon too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm so glad that seeing Team Purple doing something proactive, not inactive in games. They finally tried to use a early game jungler and taking control of the game in their hands.
Yeah. I have to say I'm a little bit scared since while Fengi has gotten a lot of good ganks off, We Flip It has been living inside of the blue side jungle. Like he's still almost twice the CS here at 56. He's out farming both his top and his mid laners. Which also could speak that Purple is doing a good job pushing the top and mid lane and winning those lanes, but still, like, that jungler has no business sitting at 60 farms by 7 minutes.
I mean, yeah, they're doing some things, but they not what I expect actually, because they have two infinite scaling champions.
Yeah.
So that might be a problem to their heads in the end of the game. And actually, We Flip is so in front of in the Figi in both of XP and gold right now. Let's see if she's gonna finish her jungle item in the back.
Yeah. Bonk. That's some. I mean, Rysar here. He has a pretty big item advantage, but otherwise, blue side deck here winning these trades pretty handily just due to the counter pick. Oh! Try to dash in but gets denied. Yeah, that is the counter pick, and also, yeah.
I mean, he didn't have ult.
No, he didn't have ult. So without ult, you lose out a lot of the damage because, as Ornn, a lot of your damage comes from the brittle status, your passive. So that was maybe a little over-ambitious trade there. Especially as he doesn't have any defensive stats. He has a lot of HP, but he doesn't have any magic resist or armor.
I mean, actually, I don't know how damage of Poppy is it AP or AD that much. I'm not that knowledgeable about that.
I mean, it's a very split. She does a lot of damage with her abilities, which is all AP. But then she still gets some auto attacks in, so...
It seems like we fully take the Heralds and now continue to farming. I don't know actually about this Herald decision, because you lose lots of tempo because of it. She could have just full clear armors and then got stopped. But
that's a fair point. But he's already so far ahead in tempo.
Yeah,
so
that was what I was gonna say. That's what was I gonna say.
Yeah, also, can we maybe get a quick stat check, both on the stacks of Craniums? Stacks, how many stacks Cranium has on the passive? Yeah, so 10 souls picked up, as well as the Vigor stacks. So Cranium is sitting on 10 stacks, while Myla is sitting on 49 stacks, 50 stacks. So they are not stacking too well, but also it's not too poorly either. Like, they're coming along, slowly but steadily. And we also see a farm lead for Cranium in the bot lane here. 20 farm lead, pretty good. Otherwise, yeah, the game is starting to slow down a bit, was both junglers are looking towards the mid lane, going in for a gank. Great shockwave into the Storm Ruler. Yeah, he is asleep. The arrow goes slightly wide, and We Flip It will flash out. Does not want to play with the bear.
I mean, Volibear Orianna combo is something so useful.
Yeah.
Actually, myself, whenever in Clash game. I played it before, and it's so strong with the carriage of the ball of Oriana's, and ult after that you have tons of damage with Volbear ult. It's a good duo. You can't win this 2v2 in this stage of the game.
No, that was a really good play there. I mean, Mila tried there, got a nice stun down on Normie, which got him a counter kill, but...
I mean, they probably tried it because of the health. They want to do something weird. And...
Yeah, if they had gotten a kill on Normie without losing any on their own time, they probably could have cracked open the mid tower with the Herald.
But as I see from now on, the Herald's decision was not a good one, because she lost all of the tempo she had, and actually, right now, Volibear has a shutdown on him, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, Volibear got a lot of money off of that, and Volibear did also complete their Cinderhulk item. Which is fairly, it's pretty big, although Cinderhulk is one of the jungle items that provides more scaling than direct power.
Yeah, I think it's not as good as the AP jungle item since.
Oh yeah, no, because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that item they're gonna change it, so
yeah.
it's okay.
But meanwhile, on the top lane, Rysar in some trouble, gets interrupted again. Yeah, this is the counter matchup.
No.
Ornn can't really do much there. Yeah, I was wrong before when I said Ornn has no losing matchup. Ornn has one losing matchup, and it's specifically Poppy.
And they took the second trick. It's so good for Team Black. I mean, they're scaling so well, and the Poppy is popping up.
Yeah, this Poppy is really strong. I mean, from getting the... I mean, she did die early on, but then she was able to teleport to bot lane and pick up 2 kills. And at that point, after that, she's just been dominating in the lane. She has also a lot of pretty high base damages, so she can build defensively and just shut down Ornn and then just trade evenly with his base damage, but she shuts down his abilities.
Oh, here's a Scuttle.
Yep, there we have Shelly.
I think that he did it by mistake. He didn't want to do it, probably.
I think it was about to time out.
Yeah, that might be the reason. And they get 2 turrets.
They got turret plates. It's something.
300 gold. It's good.
It's worth noting that, like, right now also, while we're talking about the scaling, of course, the purple has some pretty good scaling with Ornn helping his entire team and also Ashe scaling well into the late game. But Ashe, because she's more scaling, she hasn't gotten her first item yet, while Cranium is already sitting on the Ghost Blade. So that's a lot of early damage coming out. Cranium, with the heal, will be able to survive the Ignite. And now Kali is machine gunning down. Oh, Flip is turning around on them. Yeah, tries to go with a critical arrow, but Cedric body blocks it, and in the end, no one on team.
No!
They will fall to the tower. Chicken noodle soup with a kill.
She lost, stacks on Dark Shell, which is sad.
Yeah, no, but that was really good. Kali thought they could turn with the enchanted crystal arrow, but Cedric steps in front and pops ult and then does a counter engage. Meanwhile, here Fengi coming up.
Bye!
Gets yeeted away.
Goodbye. And he can kill actually if he lands E on the wall, but he's not gonna try it.
No, it wasn't. So the ult wasn't fully charged, so he didn't fly too far away, but it was safely getting.
Yeah.
I mean, blue side got safely out of that gank.
To be honest, I mean, I wasn't thinking that Volley and Ornn damage was gonna be enough to kill Poppy anyways, but she didn't risk it. She just, here's a chance again.
Volibear has some pretty good damage here though, despite being 2 levels down. And she's trying to go for the flank. The knock-up and the CC chain. But Rysar might still be dead. 2 more attacks. Blue side, I guess, chasing. Flashes out. Survives with 5 HP. And here comes flashes over the wall. But Milo the Miner will get the kill.
I mean, that was a bad play by... it continues.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
There's a play.
The enchanted crystal arrow under the tower. And with that, Cedric is way too deep. It was a cross-map arrow. Oh my god, it was all the way from bot lane. Fengi in again with a flash stun into the Stormbringer. Another kill. He's drowsy though, falling asleep, but yeah, they keep chasing here onto Cranium.
and that's probably gonna mean a Herald for Team Purple.
Yeah, they should be able to pick up the Herald here. But the go Fengi is pretty low, so they might rather back off here.
I mean, he's playing Volibear, he has lots of sustain from his W, the bite.
Yeah,
but they
it
not
seems like
penetrate,
both of them decide to back off instead.
Yeah.
Cranium is still healthy and is getting pushed out, and I guess Normie didn't want to stay around the Herald and lose out any push in the mid lane. But Kali is getting a lot of farm in the bot lane meanwhile, so that's gonna be
So they
nice in the pocket.
Is she gonna catch? I think that she's gonna catch him because she don't have boots. Let's see. Yeah.
Oh right, she doesn't have boots. Oh, good sidestep there, but oh, Orianna has come down to play as well, and the blue side is taking a lot of damage. Sends the kid, or sends the Ashe away, but it's not gonna be enough. And tries to dodge back and forth, but will slowly be whittled down. Burning of the Ignite, needs a few more attacks to die, is chugging the Corrupting Potion and will make it out. And now Milo the Miner fishing for those AP stacks. And instead we have Black on the Herald here, while so many members of Purple are playing in the bot lane.
I mean, I don't know. Blue side like forced something so hard, like top lane or bot lane, and somehow it works for his team. It's interesting. No, he forgot the...
Oh, they didn't pick up the eye.
Yeah, they forgot the eye.
Okay, Cranium is getting it.
Yeah, it's okay.
I heard some question marks ping in the chat as well coming down.
And the prayer of Drake is to Team Black. I mean, I don't know. When you play like...
Purple has been hasn't had very good macro play and map movement this game so far. Black has always been one step ahead onto the objectives. And right now, as they're doing that, we flip it on the Drake while the rest of the team is forcing Team Purple away. So they can't contest this anymore.
I mean, when you play Volibear, or I'm gonna give examples from myself, like Lee Sin or Olaf, you have to take the first two dragons no matter what. You have to prepare for it. You need to find some macro for it. Otherwise, what's the point of playing these kind of champs? And they actually...
It seems like Volibear is going for a full tank build, so he will scale decently well into the later game, but he's still more... I mean, as you said, you still want to have that early pressure.
And the thing is, they gave both of the Heralds as well. I mean...
Yeah.
And no, I think that Volibear is so tanky. I'm agreeing with you, but they don't have that much damage. Except Orianna and Ashe, and there's a Poppy running around them. So
even the Ashe does. I mean, she has the Essence Reaver now, but because she went for the early healing reduction, she doesn't have that much arrow. Okay, arrow goes a little bit wide.
These are so cool, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, Senna with the Boots of Swiftness and the Ghost Blade, of course, has a lot of movement speed, so it's gonna be hard to catch her up with the arrow.
By the way, I forgot to mention before, but there's Engage.
Flash Engage from Cedric with Polymorph. Flash out from Normie as well. Cedric will not knock Normie back into the team. He will be able to disengage, but the big shockwave.
There's a heal.
Heals. Not enough damage to finish anybody off with the constant heals coming in. We flip at the shield, so clutch! Rysar tries to go.
How did he die?
I
think he died to W of the Ashe, and there's
I think it was Ashe volley. Here comes the orb.
Oh no!
Did he miss the recall on his ult? That's
Okay.
unfortunate. He will. I mean, it might be a walk of shame, but Rysar still gets to walk out. And Fengi, bulky as he might be, is not quite enough.
There's the shutdown Senna.
Yeah, that's not great. Senna got a really big shutdown goal there. And yeah, Senna on the back line there, really getting the most out of her range and damage.
What was I saying was, Senna is not going for tier, which is so popular among these days. It's interesting to see that people going...
Tier is pretty... that was a... I mean, I know I said before that's gonna be hard to connect these arrows because Senna's high movement speed with the Swifties and the Ghost Blade, but I feel like that was one you probably should have hit.
They couldn't use their arrows.
Okay, Infinity Edge on Senna, I'm pretty sure there was a very detailed numbers breakdown. While Infinity Edge is never worth it on Senna, it's very suboptimal actually, cost effective wise, but I mean, hey, it does give you damage, so...
I'm pretty sure that it's not a second item, but as we see, Cranium is going for a different build, so...
I mean, I think Cranium is kind of just... Yeah, actually building even more crit. It's gonna be Rapid Fire second, I guess, or third item, I guess.
I think so.
Because once again, Rapid Fire is a great item, but you don't... You're gonna cap out your crit due to the passive stacking anyway, so there's no there is no reason to build so much crit. I mean, Ornn is kinda just sitting there, taking damage. Gets the Herald, will not lose the tower, but yeah. He has his 2 ornaments, Sunfire plus the Abyssal Mask, and now with these defensive stats, he is starting to, well, not hit back in the matchup, but he's starting to survive it at least.
I mean, game is going bad for Team Purple, I mean, right now, because
Yeah.
they couldn't get that much lead, and Volgir is behind in farm right now. Their only hope is Orianna right now, actually, because we can see that Orianna is kind of in front of Veigar.
Orianna is quite a bit ahead of Veigar. I don't think Veigar has that many stacks yet, if we get a quick look on that. And also Orianna, regardless of the state of the game, yeah, okay, 130 stacks on Veigar. But Orianna, regardless of the state of the game, a big shockwave can win a fight. It can turn the game around. So they really need to rely on that coming forward in this team fights. And meanwhile,
I don't know, for this Veigar build with, you know, the GLP,
yeah,
your biggest power,
well.
your biggest power spike is Rebellions as your third item. So they might want to wait it.
Never mind, that's a health crystal. I think he's actually going for a Rylai's Crystal Scepter second item, because that's a really awkward build.
Oh no. What's going on? Oh, the crits!
Yeah, the crits. Yeah,
crits working out.
He's dealing damage. And meanwhile, Ashe has not much attack speed to their name. Because with the Merc threads as well there, you just don't have the attack speed. And now, as you see, the Ghost Blade pop to walk out of range for Normie, so there's no follow-up on that. And with Ashe dead and Fengi forced away here, it looks like Team Black is gonna take this dragon as well. Big Ornn ult coming in to dissuade further fighting. But yeah,
I think they lose this one
Team Purple was forced. They were forced to use both Ornn and Volibear ult before the fight even started. They are not gonna be able to contest this dragon. They might get a kill on Cedric, but he's just buying time as the rest of the team is taking the dragon.
Nice flash by Ornn.
Yeah, Ornn tries to go in and steal it, but it's just not enough.
And they
now
don't.
It looks like he's just getting slowly run down by the Senna.
Oh no, position of Orianna was so bad, and they lost this fight clearly. I mean, even if they take one more pick.
Fengi's so low, he has nothing he can really do here. So they were essentially fighting this 4v5. Yeah, and Blue Psyduck got a really far out flank and is able to force Kali out of the fight as well. Right now, this is just a huge mess. Psyduck does die in the end, but this is just a massacre. And meanwhile, Cranium and Mile on the backline is sitting almost untouched. They're fine. Like, yeah, everybody's dying except for the key carries.
I mean,
and like that, Black wins the fight.
This fight took like 1 minute or 2, I don't know. It was so long. Since the start of the spawning of Mountain Drake till the end of it. I think that the reason why Team wanted to chase down is because of the existence of Baron. They wanted to go Baron after killing the Figi, but they just keep trading and trading. But to be honest, they got 3 Drakes, they got kills, and Veigar is rich now. He has a shutdown, and we already know how much damage Cranium can do.
Yeah, I have no clue what Veigar is building. I have no clue what Veigar is building for right now. He has Leandris just kind of coming out of not having much components at all.
I mean, since he don't get that much gold in the first stage of the game, he might want to buy just random items that he's gonna, you know, mash into together.
If you want to buy for a more cheaper path, especially when you have Glacial, Twin Shadow is a really good item.
Yeah, you are right.
So, but that's kind of what I expected when I see the Glacial Augment on Veigar.
And the infinite trades between these two.
No, the top lane, it's not gonna come anywhere. They're both too bulky for anyone to kill anyone, really. And yeah, Volibear with the adaptive helmet right now might have a little bit easier time surviving these fights, but
I mean, I'm not sure about this item choice actually. It's you take less damage, but it's always better to go the Spirit Wizard since your ultimate and your double skill, because you get lots of healing.
yeah.
You are actually sustaining more with that item instead of the adaptive helm. But yeah, it works. It gives AP, lots of tankiness, so
Yeah.
it's okay.
Another interesting thing we have here is that Riser is level 14, but there is nobody on his team that he can give ornaments to, right? Or it's Ludian's Echo.
There's
but
a
that's
Ludian's
the ornament
there,
yeah. Because, like, Ash doesn't have the Infinity Edge yet. Volibear hasn't built anything that can be Orn upgraded as of right now. And Lulu, I'm not really sure what that would be if the game goes on for that long.
I think Redemption is the only item that can be upgraded in the
Yeah.
There's something going on. They engage.
There's a big fight in the mid lane. Meanwhile, Alistar is soaking up so much damage. And Fengi with the Wild Growth, he's a really big bear, but he just doesn't have... He doesn't get a chance to heal. And now Team Purple is on the retreat. They burned everything trying to kill Cedric, but his Alistar is too bulky.
Yeah, I mean, they tried something because game was going out of their hands.
Yeah. I mean, they had to try something, but you're not finding a catch onto an Alistar. That's just not happening.
And he dies too. And that's Baron.
Rysar falls as well, and with that, they should be able to rotate over to the Baron.
Actually, they're not going for it since Volibear is gonna spawn soon, but they could have forced another fight.
Yeah.
Let's see what they're gonna do, what they're gonna start.
They have a fairly large level lead on Volibear, so they should win the Smite fight anyways. And with the Alistar, they can zone them away so Volibear never gets close to the Baron. Alistar can buy so much time while the rest of his team is on the objective.
And they take the
They do take 2 turrets and then they back off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair trade. There's a Mountain Drake spawning soon, so they want to take a rest and run to it for the vision. But also, I think that Team Purple is gonna have the advantage of vision, at least for this dragon. Let's see.
Yeah, but even if they have it, they need to be able to, like, make something out of it, because right now Team Black is a lot stronger. They're at a 3k gold lead, and the gold lead is sitting where you want it, on the mid and on the bot lane, mostly. As well as some small lead on the jungle as well. So their 3 big carries are where the gold is.
I mean, Team Purple might want to ambush now, or setting a trap. They might want to do that.
I think they need to try and find a pick on somebody. They need to find somebody getting caught out, like Myla, for example.
And ult.
But Ash ult burned, but because of the cage, no one is able to continue. Cranium getting hit by the shockwave, but there's no one to follow up. And Team Black just forced Team Purple away just by stepping up there, despite getting hit by multiple members. Team Purple is too split, and they're not able to find anything. Blue Psyduck now taking a lot of damage, but the cage is preventing a UV engage. Rysar tries to go in. Now the sleep's coming in. The dragon is hitting on the backline. No one is dying yet. Blue Psyduck is trying to go really deep fishing for these kills on Normie. This is such a mess. In the end, Rysar does go down, and Blue Psyduck is probably going to follow, but the Ash just doesn't have the damage.
They're gonna finish the game.
No, never mind. Myla the Miner walks up and destroys.
But they can finish the game.
Kelly.
Oh, they decide to go Dragon instead of finishing the game.
But here's the issue. Like the Ash doesn't have enough damage. Like Ash just can't get through with a Poppy with 3 armor items.
I mean, I don't know if you saw that, but last 2 Drake fights was same. One of the bot laner of Team Purple, Kate, get caught up in the behind of the Dragon pits, and they die instantly whenever the fight starts. And after because of their bot laner set, they can peel or they can do damage to these guys. Look at them. Now they even got the soul, which is terrible for Team Purple. And they got
with all the extra defenses on the mountains, as well as the extra armor or the extra shield coming in, the Alistar and Poppy went from being really bulky to just being straight up unkillable.
They're gonna take a rest and go for the finished game. I mean, I was expecting a 50-50 try from Team Purple, at least for now, because burst damage of Volibear is so much compared to burst damage of the Lilia with ult and all other stuff. And actually, Feige missed his ult over the wall. He couldn't jump over the wall. And thus, they didn't even able to reach the backline. So
Yeah, no. But in this fight as well, Team Black has been really good at going in and out. So even when someone gets really low, like Cedric got low at the start of the fight, but then Myla put down a cage, Cedric is able to safely disengage, and then Psyduck goes in and zones away Purple instead. So no one, and because of the split focus there, Purple doesn't manage to kill any members. Because they're constantly forced to switch targets.
I mean, they're gonna force one more fight and finish the game, or they even not have to force a fight, because I don't think that Team Purple can clear the waves incoming with burn upgrades. Let's see what they're gonna try.
Ashe is gonna have a hard time, even with the runas. She doesn't have quite enough damage to clear these waves. She's only level 13, she's been set behind pretty heavily.
They're so behind. I mean, it's pretty much game over, but they might have a chance if the Volibear reaches the backline.
Yeah, if Volibear reaches the backline, and if they can get a fight where they're actually able to find a kill early on in the fight, instead of having the entire Team Black running around with low health bar. If Team Purple can find one kill, they have a chance to turn this fight, because it's only a 6k gold difference compared to the 11, 10k last time.
Oh, there's ult?
Yeah, once again, like, the members in the middle of the fight here are the super tanks. They're not getting anything. Ornn is being knocked away. Volibear on the backline all alone can't do much.
Yeah, it's game over from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, what was I gonna say is gold difference didn't matter that much in this state of the game, since Ornn has items that he can give, but it seems like he didn't give any of them.
No, because he hasn't had a chance to really give much items. I mean, he should have been able to give Normie a death crown at least, but other than that...
It's so sad. I mean, and the champions of the tournament, you know who are they?
Yeah, Witness, Team Black will push on to destroy the Nexus, and with that, win the tournament 2-0 against Team Purple. The entire tournament ends just the way it started, with Team Black winning. Oh boy. Yeah.
I mean, I wish that.
Yeah, it was a very intense game.
At least it wasn't one-sided compared to last game.
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah, congratulations Team Black. Yeah, congratulations Team Black. So they will be winning our amazing prize of each of them will get one HyperX Cloud Stinger headset, as well as a mystery skin from our great leader Kim, while Team Purple will get the runner-up prize, which is also a mystery skin from our great leader Kim. But yeah, what a game. We Flip It throughout this entire tournament has had a very aggressive, dominant show in the jungle here. And I have to hand it to Cranium, even here when he's put in a more supportive AD carry, he was playing really well, and really like enabling his team's aggression.
I mean, from my aspect of view, the star of this tournament is Cranium, because he actually played fair matchups and winning matchups, and he always executed his enemy. So I can say that he's the MVP, and I like the gameplay of his. I mean, he's pretty solid, and actually all of his team members played very well this game.
Yeah, no,
congrats to all of them.
Yeah, it's really good. I feel like this entire team has been consistently very good. While on the other team we have seen like a little bit up and down, here everybody has really been performing well.
I mean, it was a nice last game. Team Purple tried something different and wanted to play proactive, which maybe didn't end it that well, but it was a nice match to watch and discuss about you casting. So I'm pretty glad about the last game, and congrats to Team Black again and again.
Yeah. Yeah, hopefully we can get a post-game interview with someone from Team Black. yeah, until then, we will have a little bit of a pause, so please be right back. Do you have a way to cover up email here? Just like take a color source and like put it over him. You can add just a.
Oh yeah.
All right, hello everybody. My producer is telling me that we are live. Okay, so we will get. Yeah, so we will shortly be joined by Jaden, Blue Psyduck. Okay, and as well as Lucas, we flip it. So yeah. Welcome. I just finished introducing you two. So, how do you feel about this game?
I'm feeling hyped.
Yeah,
You know, I
felt
think
good.
our whole team is very happy with our performance.
Yeah, no, I mean, you played amazing throughout this entire tournament. It was really fun to see.
Thanks. I believe we are 4-0 undefeated.
Yeah, you are.
I feel like we always managed to do what we wanted.
Yeah,
We always managed to set up waves in a good spot and then rotate for objectives. That kind of snowballed most games.
Yeah, that's something that I've mentioned a little bit, both in the semis and here in the finals, that you always have been like first on the objectives. You've gotten better earlier resets than the opponents seem generally, which has been allowed you to take these objectives really well.
We've been quite sure to always have one with TP split pushing and then the rest going for objectives, etc.
Yeah, so let's see, get some questions going here. We of course haven't been able to watch the pro draft. So can you tell us a little bit more what happened in the game 1 draft here? With the how did you get Caitlyn when like so many ADCs was banned out? What happened?
We're not really sure, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were kind of scared that they would pick it.
Yeah. So in the first rotation, did they ban Shaco and 2 ADCs, or was the ADCs picked in the second rotation?
I'm not.
I think
too
they
sure.
banned both. I think both games they banned Shaco, Leona, and Hecarim. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because we saw those bans coming all the time, but I'm not sure if it was first or second rotation.
I think it was usually targeted at our jungle and support. The first few bans.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because. So it was in the second rotation when they had first pick that they kind of let Caitlyn slide.
Yeah, and
okay.
I think we realized that we kind of had like a small panic moment when we realized that we banned pretty much every single AD carry right now. There's only
we were quite
like
scared that they were going to pick
and
up.
Caitlyn left, but we really wanted the Caitlyn, so we were kind of spooked out. But it worked out.
No, that was a little bit of a what the fuck moment when I was casting. So wait, they ban both teams ban multiple ADCs, but Caitlyn is left open and it's not first picked. But yeah. But game 2, it looked like Team Purple actually would have a small advantage in the draft there with the early aggression from the Volibear, as well as it looked like they might have early push in both bot and mid. How did you approach the draft in the second game?
I think we were taken off guard a little bit. We don't usually go for such scaling options.
Yeah, because second game it was also they also really tried to ban out you, Lucas.
Yeah,
we didn't have too many options in the jungle anymore, and we ended up having not so aggressive in the bot lane anymore with the Senna pick, more utility and healing. So, but I was pretty comfortable on my Poppy, and
Yeah.
we could get. Poppy has a lot of damage early game.
Yeah,
So
no,
we
she has
could
really
get-
high base damages, and
yeah.
she also just completely shuts down Ornn with the
Yeah.
this stand thing. I don't know what the shield is. The little
I'm not too
dash
sure even
blocking.
myself, but I was really greedy in the beginning, and I gave away first blood, which was quite a mistake. But we managed to bring it back, I think.
Yeah, no, because I was thinking that, oh, maybe this lane will not be as bad for Ornn, but then you managed to teleport down to the bottom lane and pick up a double kill, so...
Yeah, I think we, as a team, tried to focus heavy on TP plays. We always had 2 TPs mid lane and top lane, even on the Shen, who has an R.
Yeah.
And I think previously I was pretty greedy with my TP. I wouldn't TP to lane, and I would get behind that way. But when we do manage to make those bot lane plays and the mid lane plays with the TP, we come out ahead pretty well.
Yeah, no, because that's really, like, you displayed a very good map control, like, playing globally during these games, which is really fun to watch, because you don't usually see much global play, like, if you look at solo queue, or even if you look at, like, mid-level tournaments.
I also feel like even they might have had like a slight early advantage in this game. I think that both Lilia and Veigar, even though they were quite late game, they skilled pretty well into mid game.
Yeah.
And especially if you kind of try to track him in the jungle and try to understand where he is. So for example, this game, we didn't really track him to go and gank bot lane super early, which he did.
Yeah.
But because of that, I got this entire topside jungle.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
you
we
were
kinda
doubling his
started
farm
that.
for a while there.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that.
Okay, yeah, we're getting some slight production issues here. Yeah.
And also, like, I just gonna roll balls into mid lane, and or he can't really step up, because if you do, then she get one hit by Veigar and the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, no, because I mean, with the Veigar, mostly it's just a scaling pick, but when you go Glacial Augment and go for that slightly cheaper build path, you get a lot of power early on as well. So you had a like really good transition into the mid to late game, even though your early game was a little bit weaker. But yeah, I mean, you played overall really well. And Lucas, I think you played I don't think you played any jungler twice.
I'm actually not sure. I think I got.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
he
if you
didn't.
played the
No,
Lily
yeah,
twice.
I played a new jungler every game. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, no.
We only got the Hecarim through the banning phase once, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Hecarim was banned all the games except for one, and Shaco was obviously perma-banned.
Yeah. Would have been fun to see it, I think, but unfortunately, wasn't an option.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but great job. So are you hyped for the headsets?
Quite. I think we didn't really know what the rewards were at first, so we were just playing. But
Yeah.
it's a really nice bonus. I think we had a lot of fun, regardless of prizes.
Yeah, I think it's been a really. Nice. I think it's been a really fun thing. The entire competition, like getting. I didn't think that we would get 4 teams together. That's really, really cool to see. Cool to see a lot of first years joining the teams. And I think that the entire thing has been really, really fun and enjoyable.
Yeah, thank you. It's been really fun for me casting this. And I mean, I think I can speak for the entire production team when I say that it's been pretty hard. We had some issues here today as well on the technical side, but overall it's been really, really fun.
Yeah, I think that just having a stream, even if sometimes stuff mess up slightly, it's still cool to see.
Yeah.
I mean, between games, we were as a team in the stream, and we really enjoyed it. Gave us some info, but besides that, it was also just really fun to watch other people play.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're doing this for, like.
Yeah.
Right, so I think that will be it, unless we want to try to announce the MVP on the stream. I think that's it. Kim, how do we do? Great leader. Yeah, no, okay, so yeah, we have not we were planning, or when we talked a little bit about having an MVP award, but we decided against it. I mean, I think we have plenty of rewards already, so. Yeah. So. Yeah, so Kim, that would have been amazing if the stream had heard you say that. Basically, he told us that, like, at first we were talking with HyperX about getting them to sponsor us, and that it kind of fell through in the end, sadly. So, because we're part of a HyperX tester program, we have a set of points that we get from doing tests, and we use those points in order to be able to get prizes. Yeah, we're still very thankful for the opportunity of working with HyperX on this. Because otherwise we wouldn't have the headsets either. But yeah, so as it stands right now, there will not be an MVP award, but we will be announcing the MVP of the tournament later on in the Discord. So join the Discord if you haven't done it already. Can you have the Discord QR code somewhere? Can you put it up on the screen now?
Maybe
Yeah.
you can just post it in the chat, by the way, in the Twitch chat.
Yeah, but this is gonna be put up on YouTube and recorded and saved as well. So we want it on the screen, preferably as well. So before we go, let's fill this. I just want to say huge thank out both to Kim, as I refer to him as our great stream leader, Kim. He has been doing a lot of job updating the assets, managing the stream, and operating the camera as we have been playing these games. He has been multitasking so hard, and he's done a great job with all of it.
Same goes from me. Good job.
Yeah. And then, I mean, of course, behind the scenes as well, we have had Isaac, who's been working on planning all of this and helping Kim with the planning and organizing. It was those two that originally came up with this. And I also want to say thank you to Kerem. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I want to say thank you to Kerem. I want to say for helping me cause this, as well as Ollie. I was kind of in a pinch when we found out that we were one caster short this morning. But thankfully I got some help here, so I didn't have to solo cast the entire day. And of course, thank you to Emil as well for casting the games when he wasn't playing, which turned out to be not that many games, because Team Purple, since they lost the first game and then took it all the way back, they ended up playing the most amount of games of any team. And of course, thank you to everybody who's been watching us during these 2 days. And I hope we'll get to see you again next time we do something. And with that, goodbye.
Faceoff, disappear, I'm your eraser. Aim the cut just like a razor. Murder business, world my blazer. I got all the boys on me, I got all the lines on ring. Knocking dead, turning heads, I got all the eyes on me. Pretty face, 걸어 들어와, 유행선 두자. 원하지만 못하잖아, 애가 타잖아. You like whoa, 달리 유도 gold. 난 알지, I know. 준비해, cause I like a ball. 멈추지 않아, 말할래, 그게 like a bag. 그거 말고 bye, 믿어봐, 그만큼 크게. 고 high 100% 덤비지 못해 죽여주잖아 나는 boss 간지 with the sauce 원하면 줄게 I'm doing damage when just how I planned it I do what I want when I say 모두 날 따라해 난 끝내주잖아 minute for me to get what you had. Sorry for the bad news, no it makes you sad. Live for a minute, baby, you should pack your bags. Way that I look should be breaking the law. If I don't got it, I take what I want. My circle small like a round of applause. I like the sound of applause. You don't think that I said what you see me coming, get out of the way. I can slay, back and I'm better and ready to stay. I'm doing damage when just how I planned it. I do what I want when I say. More the night that I hit, 난 끝내주잖아. To live on the edge of insane. It's crazy. Sorry, not sorry for being the best. 언제든지 내가 좀 해. Look at the gold, all on my chest. Look at the gold, call it a flex. KDA, should we show them how we do it every day? Kali that girl, Kali go girl, Kali gon' stop, Kali gon' skirt, Kali got a job, Kali got a word. 뜨거워 언제나 don't get burned. 넘쳐 흘러물 든 a rough bed, 죽여주잖아 like a buffet. 누가 감히 on my outfit, 그 문 열지 마 that's a rough day. 당겨봐 your mark cause I'm greater than. 필요 없는 시험들 다 뿐이미. But all of my numbers are talking back. 부루마법 message monopoly. 넌 종이 돈이나 real money 필요 없대. 너네들이 많은 돈들 go get it, go get it, go get it. 더 미션 눈을 못대 못해 그래 너도 get it,